Hi. Hi again. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's start from where we finished because there was something wrong with the platform and we couldn't open anything. Somehow Zoom didn't want to work at all. I don't know why. But let's keep doing what we were doing, and we were talking about gerund. You remember that gerund is ing form of the verb. When we add ing to the verb, first sentence, we have already done it. He admitted cheating on the test. Next sentence, you should avoid so here. Tell me, please, what should we use here? You should avoid so much meat. Okay, good job. Thank you. You should avoid eating so much meat. Good job. Money. What do people usually do with their property or just with the things that they have when they need money? Find me a verb in gerund form right now. I detest up when it's dark outside. Oh, what do we usually use with up? Troubles with Zoom. So he, she denied doing what? The taxi without paying. She denied leaving the taxi without paying. Okay, good job. Great. Next one. Next one. I enjoyed on the beach all day. What can we do on the beach all day? How can we? Hi again. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's start from where we finished because there was something wrong with the platform and we couldn't. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Zoo is playing games with us today, you know? It just doesn't want to help us work. Okay. So, coming back to where we stopped. So we have done all of that. And now we're on the sentence. She denied the taxi without paying. She denied the taxi without paying. What verb should we choose to transform it into the gerund form? She denied leaving the taxi without paying. Okay, good job. Next one. I enjoyed on the beach all day. How can we get a 10 on, okay. Fancy's doing what? My sister Fancy is doing what? Write me in the comments. Becoming. Okay, good job. Becoming a pop star. Okay, next one. We finished our essays before noon. What are we doing with our essays? Write me in the comments. Also, put it in the gerund form right away. We finished writing our essays before noon. Okay, good job. Next one. The job in the supermarket involved at night. What do we do at our jobs? One main question. What verb should we use here? Working, exactly. The job in the supermarket involved working at night. Good job. Next one. I don't mind homework. Ha ha. Okay, so what should we use there? I don't mind. What verb do we usually use with homework? I don't mind doing homework. Okay, good job. Next one. My colleague kept doing something all the time. It was annoying. What usually annoys us when people do what? Find me a verb and transform it into the gerund form right away. Kept complaining all the time. Okay, good job. Next one. I took my umbrella. I didn't want to risk wet. There's also a verb that we usually use with wet. Find it and transform it into the gerund form. Getting wet. Okay, good job. Next one. Almost, we've almost at the last sentence. She practiced the piano all day. She practiced the piano all day. What do we do with piano? I think this is one of the easiest questions. What do we do with musical instruments? Playing, yeah, exactly. So she practiced playing the piano all day. And we're at the last sentence right now. We're at the last sentence. I really appreciate your advice. What verb is left? Find me the verb that is left here and transform it into the gerund form. Okay, good job. I really appreciate having your advice. Great, thank you. So here we can check and see that we did everything completely right, completely correct, not a single mistake. Good job. Okay, let's see what we have next. Write me in the comments, guys, if you have any questions. Write me in the comments if you have any questions. If you don't, we will start watching the video. And after watching the video, you will have to say what kind of information you have remembered. So write me in the comments if there are any questions about gerund. Yeah, you remember the gerund is the form of the verb where we add ing to the end. And if there are no questions about gerund, we can try to watch a video. Be very attentive, because after that you have to answer the questions what information you have remembered. I want to make it comfortable for all of us so you and I can see it. So 1 second and I will share the screen with you. Okay, I'm sharing the screen with you.
Wrapping your mind around your life is pretty hard because you're up to your neck in it. It's like trying to understand the ocean while learning how to swim. On most days, you're busy just keeping your head above water. So it's not easy to fill in distractions. Your family, friends and romantic partners, boring work and exciting projects, video games to play and books to read. And then there's your couch that somebody needs to lie on. It's easy to get lost. So let's take a step back and look at your life from the outside. The average Kurzgesagt viewer is around 25 years old, which is a pretty good time in the life of most people. The insecurities of the teenage years have begun to recede. Maybe you find yourself in a job or a long-term relationship. Maybe you've started a family or are working on an advanced degree. Maybe you're not doing any of that and still want to enjoy life, whatever that means to you. Or maybe you feel stuck and don't know where to go yet. About 1 in 20 people watching this video will get to live to 100. Let's assume you are one of the lucky ones, which means you had a total of 5,200 weeks of life at your disposal when you were born. You spent the first 600 weeks of your life being a kid and 400 being a teenager. During this time, you were pretty useless for society and also not very free to make your own decisions. As a payoff, you were somewhat spared from the consequences and responsibilities of adulthood. Mostly because well-meaning adults protected you by cleaning up your mess and giving you time to find yourself. This time is necessary to make you, at least in theory, a functioning human. Although most people probably don't feel like that after puberty. In any case, by the time you're 20, over 1,000 of your 5,200 weeks have passed. Depending on what you aspire to, at this point you're either working already or have entered further education. The amount of fun you can have in this phase of your life varies a lot. If you pick up a trade or need to work to support yourself or others, the serious side of life begins earlier. If you go to university, you get to push back work life a bit longer. In any case, most people start working for real in their 20s at the latest, which begins the productive or potentially grindy or soul-crushing period of your life. People tend to work until the age of 65, which means that you'll spend at least 2,000 weeks of your life with serious adult work, hopefully in a job that makes you feel good and appreciated or that makes the world better. This is such an important thing that we'll look at work and how you can try to find a satisfying career in another video. This is the main block of life for most people, the time when you might have kids and travel a bit, and climb the career ladder, and build a house, may get divorced and fall in love again. In this phase, you transition from being young to middle-aged to old. Not old, but the young old of your 60s. At 65, you've used up 3,400 of your 5,200 weeks. The last phase of your life begins. If you've managed to acquire enough wealth to retire, In theory, you're now free to do whatever you like for up to 1,800 weeks. But of course, this is not how it works for the majority of you watching this video. 19 out of 20 people will not live to 100. The average lifespan in the US is 79. In Germany, it's 81. In Japan, 84. In Brazil, it's 75. If you die at age 80, which is still not bad, you only have 780 weeks of freedom after you retire. That's roughly as many weeks of freedom as an old person as you spent as a child. Unfortunately, disease and the tiredness of age trip you up here, because with old age, the human body begins to decline sharply. For example, the vast majority of cancer-related deaths occur in people over 70. If you bet all your fun cards on being free and happy in your retirement, you might be bitterly disappointed. And all of this is still assuming things work out and you even get to grow old. You can drown in a pool at age 7, get cancer at age 32, die in a car crash at age 48. You can fall from a ladder at age 60. Every day the universe rolls a bunch of dice for every human, and every day someone somewhere on this planet rolls a critical failure and their life ends that day. The older you get, the more dice are rolled for you.
Oops. Let's wait a sec. You want to give us a little advertisement.
Usually when you swim through the ocean that is your life, you don't think about all of this too much, and that's fine. Life is engaging enough by itself, and the future is this undefined weird thing. But thinking about it from time to time is helpful in refocusing on what you want to do and to minimize regrets you will have when you look back. And to remind you that if you don't use your time today, you might not get a chance to use it tomorrow. Life is complicated, and it's hard to make decisions between all the things and people that are important to you. This has become painfully obvious to billions of people during the coronavirus pandemic. If you respected social distancing, so many things that we took for granted were not available anymore. Traveling and public places and eating out and seeing friends and meeting new people. Spending time together became limited and precious, but actually, the time you have with the people you love is already precious. Think of your parents. As a child, you spend basically every day with them. Your time spent together begins to decline as you transition and become a teenager and fight to develop your own identity. But as teenagers, you probably still see them regularly, which changes as you enter your 20s when most people move out, for university, for work, or just to be on their own. If you're making an effort to be with your parents for 2 full weeks each year for the rest of their lives, which covers the main holidays, birthdays, and a bit extra, you still have already spent more than 90% of the time you will ever spend with them, even if they grow pretty old. If they die earlier, or if you see them only a few days each year, this number shrinks even more. So, in all likelihood, the vast majority of time you will ever spend with your parents has passed. The same holds true for your siblings or old friends that moved to the other side of the country. You're at the tail end of the time with some of the most important people in your life. One day, you will see them for the last time. And it's actually the same with everything else. The concept of doing something for the last time feels eerie, like something that you should only experience when you're on death row or extremely old or something like that. But it happens all the time. Is there a hobby you've been lazy about for a long time? Maybe you still have those Warhammer minis that you wanted to paint. Did you always want to revisit that place where you had an amazing time a decade ago? Is there someone you wanted to reach out to for a long time but haven't yet? Or pick up that sport again to meet new friends? Maybe you will never do any of these things again because life gets in the way and at some point it's too late. As the global pandemic begins to wind down, we will all soon be able to be with each other again and do fun things together. It's never a bad time to reach out to a friend or a potential friend. Our life is an incredible gift, and there are so many fun, engaging, and fulfilling things to do. And you get to decide what and who matters to you. But what matters the most is that you actually make decisions from time to time. This video was based on and inspired by an article by our friend Tim Urban of Wait But Why, the best blog on the internet.
Okay, so guys, what did you take from this video? What kind of information did you learn from this video? Is there something maybe new that you found out from this video? Write in the comments, please. Share what you think about it. Share what you realized from this video. Maybe there's something new that you found out from this video. Let us know. Let us know. I'm giving you a couple of minutes. I'm giving you a couple of minutes to share what you think about this video. Let us know. Maybe there's some new information, something that you maybe didn't expect to hear, or something that you have already known and tried to use in your life as well. Let us know in the comments. Tell us in the comments what you think about this video, what you have learned from this video. Yes. Okay, good. I see a couple of your answers, and I completely agree. So here in this video, to sum it all up, yeah, they told us that all of us have specific phases of our life. Yeah, our child years when we can work and when we do work, yeah, because that's how we earn for a living, that's how we live. And then when we retire, we have all time for ourselves, our old years, right? Okay. Yes, and also the author of this video tells us that we should value our life and especially our time, yeah? And they let us think about how the coronavirus pandemic actually influenced our life, right? Because that's when we were all locked in our houses, we couldn't get anywhere, we couldn't see our friends, we couldn't see some of us couldn't see our parents, relatives, we couldn't go out to the restaurants, traveling, and so on, yeah? And this is when we realized that every day might be the last day when we do something or when we talk to somebody, yeah, because different things might happen. And we should actually learn to value our time with our relatives. Remember that they said that every person that can have an ability to live up to 100 years, not everybody, but some of us will live up to 100 years, have 5,200 weeks of life. And first 2,000 we spend when we are children and teenagers, right? And that's also the time when we spend the most with our parents, yeah, because we see them every day, we live with them. But then when we graduate the school, we go to the university or just go to work or just move out of the parents' house because it's time for us to build up a new life, we see our parents, our relatives, even less, even more rarer than we used to. Yeah, so we have to actually value the time, value how we are living, and try to reach out to our old friends, to our relatives, to try a new hobby, to finish something that we started and maybe haven't finished yet. Okay, good. I hope that that video actually made you think about something, and now it's time for us to chat a little bit because we have 10 minutes left. We have 10 minutes left, and it's time for us just to chat a little bit as well using gerund. We don't forget about the topic we are talking about, yeah, that we have learned this week. So let's look at the first question. First of all, you have to transform the verb shop into the gerund form, and then you will answer this question. I will try to answer this question. You will try to answer that question. So let's try with, first of all, transforming the verb. So shop, to shop. Write me in the comments, what do you think it is? Do you like shopping? Yeah, okay. So guys, what about you? Do you like shopping? How do you feel about going to different stores, buying not only clothes, shoes, whatever, it can be whatever. It can be buying jewelry, foods, whatever you can think of, you can go shopping, yeah? So do you like shopping? Let us know in the comments. Do you like shopping? Okay, I see. I see. Thank you guys for your answers. Yeah. What about me? Well, I cannot say that I'm a big fan of going shopping because sometimes it can be even tiring for me. I'm not that one person that relaxes while doing shopping. But yeah, there are days where I actually enjoy going from one store to another, looking at different things. It can be whatever. Good. Thank you guys for asking. Thank you for your answers. Let's take a look at the next one. How long do you spend to sleep every night? Transform me, this verb. Sleep into the gerund now. Transform me into the gerund now. How long do you spend sleeping every night? Good job. Thank you. So what about you guys? How long do you spend sleeping every night? You remember that the best timing is from is 7-8 hours a day, right? You have to sleep 7-8 hours a day to be healthy, to be relaxed, to be happy, to wake up in a good mood. Yeah, this is the best amount of time. Okay, I see. So some of you sleep 6 hours. Well, that's not the perfect amount of time, but still not that bad. Yeah, not that bad. Lots of people do sleep 6 hours per night, and they manage to during the day. Pretty good. Next question. What do your parents want you to do? What you doing? Okay, good job. Studying. Okay, yeah, it's very important to study. Studying is very important, right? That's when we finish school, go to the university, graduate the university, we can find a really nice job, yeah, that, where we can have a good salary. Okay, okay, I see. Good, good. Thank you, guys. Okay, next question. Next question. Would you like to try skydive? Transform the verb skydive into the gerund form. Skydiving. Okay, good job. Would you like to try skydiving? What about you guys? Would you like to try skydiving? Do you think it's a good kind of sport? Let us know in the comments. Okay, see. Well, as for me, I'm not a big fan of either go, I don't know, somewhere on the boat maybe, but skydiving is a little bit dangerous, I think. So maybe I would try, but I'm not pretty sure because this is a little bit dangerous and I'm scared of, dangerous things. Okay. Next one. Next question, let it be, when did you start to learn English? Transform me, the verb to learn, into the gerund form. Transform me, the verb to learn, into the gerund form. Learning. Okay, good job. Yes. So when did you start learning English? Let us know, guys. Share this experience with us. When did you start learning English? Okay, I see. Oh, somebody started learning English at 6 years old. Yeah, that's a very nice age, we would say, yeah. Okay, and good, thank you. And the next one is, what films are you looking forward to see? Transform me, the verb to see, into the gerund form, please. Into the gerund form, please. To seeing. Good job. Good job. Okay, what films are you looking forward to seeing? So, guys, do you have any movies that you would like to see soon? We know that all the cinemas are open right now, yeah, because we are finishing our quarantine life, our lockdown life, and the restaurants, the cinemas are getting opened. Oh, in the kindergarten. Okay, good. I see. So Ivan have learned English in the kindergarten. Good job. And what about a movie? What films are you looking forward to seeing? What movies would you like to watch? I see. Some people would like to watch the new Spider-Man movie. Okay. I didn't even know that there is a new Spider-Man movie. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. So, I was really happy to work with you today. Unfortunately, not many people joined our webinars today. We had a couple of problems with the Zoom. But this is the last webinar of our summer program, and now the summer program is completed. As I promised in the beginning of the webinar, the most active person will get a little gift. So Ivan was the one to write comments today, so he's getting the gift today. So let me know if there are any questions. If there are any questions. About grammar, about gerund, about the video that we were watching today about life of people, right? Let me know if you have any questions. If you don't have any questions, then I was really happy to see you all today. Ivan is the one to work better than anybody today. So he will see on his platform what kind of gift he receives. So let me know if there are any questions. If there are no questions, and as I see there are no questions, I was very happy to work with you today, and I hope that you will, I hope to meet you next summer program again. Was very happy to see you. Bye bye, guys. Was very happy